Hello and welcome to my shop. To go along with my console table, I built a coffee table. I'll show you what extra tools I needed to build this table, but let's look at the finished product first. It's going to be up here. So you see it's a butcher block construction, just like the other one. A tiny bit different because this one's got a glass window inserted in it. The table is 63 inches length, 41 inches in width, and 19 inches tall. The glass is custom glass, tempered glass from Canada, 57 by 35, and it's half-inch thick. This one went also crazy in terms of wood movement, and you'll see later what I'm talking about. This one actually split in half, almost in half, and at one of the glue joints, probably because the wood dried in my house and the glass didn't give, so it split the table open. As you can imagine, I used the same tools from the console table, and I added to add a couple other ones. We'll talk about those tools in a minute. Last time I forgot to mention something which is very important. I forgot the table saw. Table saw to remove all the rounded edges on the 2x4s. So I'll show you what kind of table saw I bought. So the table saw is a job site saw. This one is an Hitachi 10-inch, or now it's called Metabo HPT. And this one has rack and pinions and stuff like that. I really like it. There is attached to it. I started with a shop vac, just this shop vac right here, and I improved it with a bigger bin here with a brute trash can from the big bookstore, and I bought Oneida Deputy Cyclone to improve the performance of this collection. And this setup has been working ever since in my shop. I did upgrade later for a bigger table saw, which we'll see with other pieces of furniture. But right now, let's go back to the other tools. So the table saw was especially to get rid of the round edges on the 2x4s. And then to be able to insert the glass on the table, I bought this thing right here, which is a Bosch 2¼ horsepower. And at the very beginning I didn't have the plunge base here, which was a mistake. So if you need one of these, I would highly recommend to start with the plunge base. What was really helpful also for routing was this fence which goes on the router. And this is very helpful because of the fence and the micro adjust here for the dimensions. Very helpful. To be able to use this thing, I bought some router bits, and these are Unico set, and these are half-inch shank. These are working fine, but got frustrated, especially for plunging, so I bought another set of this one a bit different, upcut spiral bits, which works wonders, especially when you have to plunge. So I would highly recommend these. And then at a later stage, I bought a smaller router, which is also a Bosch, and I bought for this one a 1/4-inch set. From the big bookstore, nothing fancy. And then finally, to make sure the edges were square, the corners were square for the glass, I had to use chisels For instance, this one, nothing fancy either. This was actually coming from France. Nothing fancy about this, but it's working fine. It's doing the job. If you're wondering about the design and the engineering of a table, just like the previous one, let me tell you a little bit about myself, because I designed my own pieces from scratch, and obviously inspiration from books and the web. So I'm an aerospace engineer by trade, so I kind of know how to design and engineer stuff. And I work in a well-known company which makes software solutions to foster sustainable innovation using virtual twin experiences. So I have a chance to use, or to be able to use, state-of-the-art computer-aided design, CAD, for my designs, and that's what I use. I don't use any SketchUp or anything like that. I use the software provided by my own company. To come back on the split I mentioned earlier, we'll show you pictures up here. And worth mentioning that also my puppy dog just decided to chew on the furniture, so now I got chew marks, which you can also see up here. So now I need to either fix it or build me another one. I don't know which yet. For this, I'm waiting for my dad to come back to the US so we can do it together, because he helped me build the table in the first place. So I'd like to either fix it or build a new table also with him. Well, this is the end of this one. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll catch you later. Thank you very much.